When I first moved out here, I was completely by myself, battling some very harsh winters. But then my Siberian Husky Tuss moved in, and I finally got some good company. And 2 years later, a very surprising thing happened. I found a girl that actually wanted to live out here with me. And after 1 year of us living together, we got Nala, our second husky. So now it's actually 4 of us living in the cabin. And it's a bit funny to think about that. When I bought this place about 5 years ago, my plan was to only actually be here during the weekends. And now it is my permanent, not only my permanent home, but also the place I'm gonna raise a family and probably stay, and hopefully stay my whole life. And now it's time for the next phase. We're gonna build this cabin into our dream home. First off, I would like to give you a sneak peek of the drawings and sketches me and the architect has put together, or mostly him, but I've helped a little bit. And after that, we're actually getting a very special guest to the cabin. But first, drawings and sketches. Okay, let's see. This is what the cabin looks like today. The wall there, that's the bottom part, another wall, windows, door. Yeah, okay, I'm not the best at drawing stuff, but this is a very basic idea what the cabin looks like today. And we're gonna build it out this way. Okay, and it's gonna look something like this. Let's see if I can make a better version this time. Wall, and then the ceiling, another window. Okay, not much better, but I hope you get the idea at least. So this is the old cabin, the size of it at least. And that is what we're gonna build out. And this little thing is gonna act like a hallway. So this is a very early sketch from the architect. And on the left side is the downstairs area, and on the right side is upstairs of the cabin. And this red circle right here, that's the cabin as it looks today, with the living room, kitchen, and hallway. And this part is what we're gonna build out on the ground floor. So we're gonna build it out with a bathroom and what could be a second bedroom or a studio or an office. And then extend the hallway, and then also you see this little extra building to the left. That's gonna be like an extended hallway, basically, where we can put our clothing, shoes, and yeah, not drag mud through the whole cabin. And this is a rough idea of the upstairs. So we're gonna move the staircase a bit, and then build out 2 new bedrooms that would also act as offices for me and Christina. This is Isak. He's come to our place to help us figure out how to actually build the cabin. He's a professional carpenter who specializes in log cabins. And just like us, he's very active on social media, sharing his work. So you can easily say that we have a lot of things in common. And we had a lot to talk about. By the way, twice a month, I'm sending out my very own newsletter on simple living, creativity, and self-development. So if you want to check it out, I've left a link in the description. And your idea was to do it this way, like extend the house?
Yes, extend it.
Make it longer.
Make it simple.
Yeah. Because Isak's idea was to actually not fight nature in it, is that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Make it simple in that way.
Most important thing is that the roof is just one piece of roof.
Yeah.
It's It's like a solid structure. The house is in the middle of the forest, and the weather is pretty hard sometimes, and it's better to build a house with the weather instead of fighting against nature. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Go with the flow.
Exactly.
And plan for the worst weather.
Yeah. And how would we do it? Like, then you build the log frame at your place.
Yeah, a log cabin with 3 walls at
Yeah.
my place in the same. I make like a copy of this.
Yeah.
And then when it's time, I
just
send it here with a trailer and
yeah.
just build it up again.
Yeah.
So I build the house actually 2 times.
Oh, that's true. You actually build it up at your place.
Yeah.
Take it down. We ship it here.
Yeah.
And then build it up again.
Yeah.
And then build the roof when it stands here.
Yeah.
Is that correctly?
Yeah.
If you're an old watcher or old viewer of the channel, you know we've been fighting with the roof for I don't know 1.5 years now. But Isak's idea was actually to wait with the roof, to actually not finish it now and then finish it when we have the extension of the house. Wasn't that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you tell me about the project you're building at home right now? The A-frame.
The A-frame cabin. Yeah, it's like a studio or office space. I have 3 kids and 10 dogs, so I need some creative space at home. So I dreamed about the A-frame for like 10 years, and now I'm finally building it. So I'm really happy right now. I want to go home and continue building, but I also have to work with other things. So yeah, but I need my own space.
So how long would it take you to actually extend this house?
I think it will. I build the log cabin at my place in 6 weeks, and on site here it's. I mean, 1 week from the start we will have the roof on.
Oh really?
Yeah. Then it's then the inside work starts with insulation and stuff like that. But it's pretty quick when we just start here. The joinery.
Yeah, the knut.
I have to copy this.
Yeah. In Sweden we call it laxknut, right?
Yeah, I think it's dovetail in English.
Yeah.
It's a simple one. It's actually made for
having panel.
Yeah, it's like sidings or. So it tells me that this house is not so old. It's built like it's like 120 years old.
Yeah.
They started with this at
the earliest paper I have is from 1907, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would make sense, actually. When it comes to building out the cabin, I have honestly a bit of conflict inside of me, because I moved out here for simple living. I wanted it a bit tough. I wanted to challenge myself. And I don't know how much simple living it's gonna be after we're done renovating and expanding the cabin, because we're gonna have, you know, shower, toilet, even more rooms. We're gonna have an office. We're still gonna probably power the house by firewood mostly, but yeah, it's a bit hard because I don't know how much I want to compromise with it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to give up the reason I moved out here, but at the same time I understand that this is the necessary steps I need to take for my family's sake as well. Compromising is tough. But the compromising is, I would say, only one of the problems. The other one is that we need to be able to pay for this whole expansion of the cabin. And that's not going to be super easy, because we made like very rough estimations of what it could cost. And it's going to be maybe around 4 times as much as I even paid for the whole cabin, or the cabins on the property, and the whole forest around it that I paid for it from the beginning. 4 times as much as I paid. So that's a lot of money, especially money that I don't have. I'm not exactly made of money, so we're not gonna need to take a bank loan to be able to pay for it to begin with. But yeah, that's part of it. But I've also played with the idea of maybe starting like a crowdfunding thing, like a Kickstarter for the project, if people want to pitch in, and then have like different rewards for if you're helping out. Maybe say, engraving your name on one of the logs or something, to say thank you for contributing. But I don't know, it's a bit... And that's a tough balance. I don't want to ask people for money, but I know it's an option. But it makes me feel like a complete idiot asking for money, actually. But I'm not sure. Maybe you have an opinion about it. If you do, please make a comment. I would actually love to hear it. But let's go inside and see what Christina thinks about this whole thing.
Like, I don't know, like, when you ask me what I really feel about it, because like we're just talking with architect right now, and maybe it's gonna be that, and maybe it's not gonna be that, and
It's too hypothetical for you?
yeah, for me it's not a real thing at all. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's like we're just talking. That is
You
how
don't think
I
it's gonna
feel.
happen?
Yo, maybe.
Maybe.
But don't you know what I'm saying is, like, for me it's just like it's so far away, to be actually starting it. Oh, you haven't even picked like how it's gonna be built out yet and who's gonna do it. So
I know, but think of it this way. You've lived there almost for 2 years now, and within, or maybe in 1 year, the house will actually stand ready. So half of the time you've lived here.
do you think it will go that fast?
That's what I talked with Isak about, at least.
Okay.
And now she looks at me that she doesn't believe me at all.
I'm sorry. I don't know. For me, of course I would think it's so amazing, but it's not real feelings inside of me yet. I think it's because of the roof. I have to be honest. I think it's because of that roof where I was like, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. But when we talk about it and when I see the drawings, I get excited. Of course, I can wait to have a house that is actually a house and not just a room. But for me, it's still really unreal. But I'm excited, honey. It's not that.
Tuss, what are you feeling about the building project? Are you excited? No? Nala? Are you excited about the building project?
Go away.
There's no one excited. Hello?
You excited.
I'm very excited. I just want to sit down real quickly and tell you about this audiobook I just finished listening to. It was a recommendation from my good friend Felix, actually. And I can honestly say that this might be the best audiobook I've ever listened to. I couldn't stop listening to it. I caught myself several times going up earlier in the morning or taking longer walks just to be able to listen more. And now when I've finished the book, I have this feeling of emptiness. You know that feeling when you don't want a book to end at all. This one is a sci-fi novel based in what I would say is the near future. And it has everything. It's got tension, it got great characters, friendship, and comedy. And you know what the best thing is? Thanks to the sponsor of this video, Audible, you get to listen to this audiobook for free. Visit audible.com/Kalle Flodin or text Kalle Flodin in one word to 500 500 and you will get one free audiobook and 30 days free trial. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you already know I'm a big fan of Audible. I've used it for years now, and I can honestly say that I use the app every single day. Audible has an unbeatable selection of audiobooks, tons of podcasts and exclusive originals. Perfect for commuting, at the gym, long road trips, or in my case, just cozying up by the fire or following along on my walks with the dogs. The audiobook I want you to check out is called Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And the narrator for this book, he does an amazing job with making the characters come to life with different dialects, melodies, and sounds. And speaking of sounds, you're actually gonna get something with the audiobook that you not get with the printed version of the book. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say it has a lot to do with sound. As an Audible member, you will get 1 credit every month good for any title in their entire premium selection. And that could mean everything from latest bestseller to new releases. And here's one of my absolute favorite things with Audible. When you found a book you really, really like, maybe you want to go back to it once in a while, like I do. With Audible, once you've downloaded the book, that title is yours to keep forever. If you sign up now, you as a member will also have access to the all-new Plus catalog, where they have thousands of audiobooks, podcasts, Audible originals, meditation programs, guided fitness, sleep track for better rest, and much more. And all of this is included with the membership. To get your free audiobook and your 30 days free trial, the only thing you have to do is click the link in my description, or simply go to audible.com/Kalle Flodin.